I want to ask you first, like, is the metaverse dead? Is this whole like metaverse idea really going anywhere? Because it feels like, no, I mean, look, in 2020, 2021, like everybody was talking about the metaverse, like Facebook renamed to Meta.
I know.
It was like this kind of hot topic that was very apropos, in the context of COVID as well.
Yep.
But now that things have gone back to normal, sort of normal, like post-COVID normal,
right?
That whole idea has kind of gone to the wayside.
Yeah.
And I think VR and AR are making, I mentioned this earlier, but are making slow progress in terms of adoption.
Yes. Yep.
Is AR is metaverse still a thing? And will we, as people prophesized, in 2020, 2021, live and work in sort of like AR environments, the sorts that Facebook Workplace were promoting as ways to meet collaboratively, etc.
Yeah. No, I would say in a lot of ways it is dead, and that's a good thing in one sense, right? Because nobody ever made a huge opportunity by knowing what is exciting right now. Anyone could look around and see like what's trending on Twitter or who knows what, right? And understand what is exciting right now. It's the people building for the things that will be exciting in the future, right? The people who are getting ahead of trends who create unique opportunities. So honestly, like you should be looking for the dead narratives, right? Because again, the whole ecosystem is cyclical, and also look for things that have real demand, real need. The beauty about what we've kind of seen is that we were never chasing a trend, right? We were already in the virtual space when the opportunity to create these virtual events came up. And then even now, right, we're still building because, for one, this is a tool that we could have used for the last 7 years, right? Not just since 2020, but since we started, we've got team members who are all over the world, everywhere from Indonesia to Indiana. And the collaboration within our team has benefited wildly from being able to use Passage, right? It's just we've seen so many ways in which it is more personal, it's more engaging, and for so many businesses that's the case, right? They're looking for a premium solution, and it just doesn't exist. The best you get is hey, I'm going to like cut out my background in Zoom or Google Meet, right? Like I'm immersive now, right? And so there isn't really a premium solution for team collaboration. There are things like GatherTown, and we can talk about how some of the differences between Passage and other collaboration tools or virtual platforms. So there are some people who are trying to solve that problem, but there are like zero premium solutions that offer an immersive experience that's as accessible as Google Meet, right? So that's why people are just using Google Meet, because like, hey, whatever, like this is easy. And so yes, in some ways I do think the narrative has died, but that doesn't mean the problem has died. The problem is that people, get up on the horse and fall off on the other side, right? Like, it's like, oh, like we're all going to live in the metaverse, right? And it's the people who weren't saying that who are kind of in the middle, like, well, I don't think we're going to do that. But I do think it's an incredible tool for teams that are already collaborating all around the world, right? Those people are still building. It's the people who are saying like, no, we're going to eat, live, and breathe in there. Like, this is the end of the physical events. Like, those are the people who are like, nah, it's dead now, right? Because since we didn't manifest that reality immediately in one cycle, now it's like, no, that's dead. The people who are saying like, no, this is just a really good tool to solve a problem that we've been experiencing forever, those are the people still building, right? So I think in some sense, yes, their narrative is dead, but the problem is not. It's just as alive as ever. Again, case in point, if you are hearing the words I'm speaking right now, you are watching virtual content, and there are better ways to interact, right? There's better ways for creators to connect with their community, for teams to connect with each other. Like, anybody watching this stream cannot say that there is not a need to connect better virtually, right? Yeah. And so, just because we don't immediately jump to 24/7 VR headset doesn't mean that that isn't a real need, and that we aren't still in the process of creating tools for that problem.